You're trapped in the forest with men surrounding you, and the men turn their heads due to a distraction. As they turn their heads, you begin to run. As you're running, bam, something hits you in the head, and you see nothing but darkness. Many cruel actions have took place in the past that many people did not know about because of the lack of media. In this generation, we should be aware of those actions so that we could prevent any dictatorship in the future. As a citizen of the United States, I've always lived under democracy, and I wanted to learn more about this topic and how people's lives were affected. Since we all live under democracy, learning about the Cambodian genocide will teach us more about dictatorship. First, I will introduce who controlled Cambodia, then I will talk about what happened during the Cambodian genocide, and then I will explain the aftermath of the genocide. Now, who controlled Cambodia? To understand the dictatorship, we must learn about who was controlling Cambodia. So, the seventh child born into the Saloth family in 1925 was Pol Pot. According to an article by the professor of history Ben Kierman in 1998, published in Faces, the Saloth family were peasants, but they had royal connections due to the family's career in the royal palace. At the age of 6, Pol Pot decided to follow the footsteps of his brother Loth Swang and got a career in the palace. In 1948, he traveled through Saigon where he experienced racism. He was trying to get to France for his studies in Paris. He got a scholarship. As Pol Pot returned to Cambodia, he became the leader of the Khmer Rouge because he failed his studies in Paris. As Vietnam was trying to control Cambodia, Pol Pot felt the need to take control and purify the Cambodians. According to a magazine article by Roger Rosenblatt in 1997, published in Times, it was stated that the Khmer Rouge killed people with glasses because that meant that they were able to read. The Khmer Rouge wanted to eliminate those that were intelligent because they were afraid that people would gain the knowledge to rebel and go against their plan. They would also kill minorities because they only wanted Cambodians on the Cambodian territory. They kept children in the forest so that they can teach and manipulate them. They wanted the children to grow up to embrace their race. Since we just learned about Pol Pot, next I'll be talking about what happened during the Cambodian genocide. In order to understand the dictatorship, we must learn about how the people lived during the Cambodian genocide. Many citizens of Phnom Penh were homeless and jobless. According to a peer review by James Tyner in 2014, published in Geoforum, it was stated that many people suffered from diseases because hospitals and schools were unavailable. Many doctors, nurses, and teachers were forced to labor camps or they were executed. The Khmer Rouge would tie pregnant women to trees and they would hit them. They would also tie people to bamboo sticks and let them starve to death. They would also pluck out a person's liver with a hook. The children were stuck in the forest, and if they tried to escape, they would get killed or their head would get smashed into the tree. A lot of children didn't get the education that they needed because educators were unable to educate. Prom Saman was a survivor of the genocide, and he claimed that he had lost a total of 13 family members. His cousin by the name of Heat survived. Well, not survived, but she went through severe consequences of the Khmer Rouge. She was doing woman work, and as she was doing woman work, she was extremely hungry. She decided to cook corn without the Khmer Rouge's approval, and the Khmer Rouge caught her in the act. They tied her up, and they took the extremely hot corn and stuck it in her mouth. This burned her lips, and it caused extreme infections in her mouth. Although the Khmer Rouge did not execute her, she did die later due to starvation. Now, Since we just learned about how people lived during the Cambodian genocide, next we will learn about the aftermath of the genocide. In order to learn about the genocide, we must learn the aftermath of what happened and how people were affected. About 1.7 million people died within 4 years due to starvation, mistreatment, and execution. People are still paranoid and they're still terrified from the event. People are trying to rebuild their lives, but it will never be the same. As a non-controlled Cambodia, Pol Pot and the Khmer Rouge was placed on trial. Pol Pot later died, according to a journal published in 1998, published in the Human Rights Tribune. It was stated that Pol Pot died due to heart failure while he was on house arrest in 1998. Okay, and then people suffered highly from these consequences, and they're still trying to regain their lives back. Even so, their lives will never be the same, their daily routines will never be the same, and the way that they teach their kids will never be the same. Children have grown up by overprotective parents and worried parents for all the time. Many people have changed, and although Cambodia is now filled with happy people and happy children, the memory of the Cambodian genocide will never be forgotten. Understanding the Cambodian genocide will teach us more about dictatorship. First, I introduced who controlled Cambodia, then I talked about what happened during the Cambodian genocide, then I discussed the aftermath of the Cambodian genocide. Now, as you wake up from darkness, your vision is blurred, but you notice that your body is hung over a barrel with circulating blades. You notice that your body is dropping towards the blades, and the more you scream, the more your body drops. As your head reaches the blades, you return to seeing nothing but darkness. Thank you.